Hello once again, and this is a rant, hopefully a quick one, but you know me, I never do quick rants. But anyway, it's a quick rant on a couple of things. The first is concerning World of Warcraft again. If you don't understand anything about Warcraft or MMORPGs in general, you might not understand this, but this isn't really going into anything technical, so you might not really have a problem. But anyway, it's about the Continental Deviders. As far as I'm aware, in different continents, different parts of the world, there are different dividers. You know, different servers, like there's the American servers, there's the European servers, which I'm on, then there's probably the Korean servers, and so on and so forth. And the main thing is, at least for maybe the Australian ones, the European ones and the American ones, I don't know why that divider is there. I can't fathom why on earth they need to separate all these players, you know, and keep them there, considering they're all English speaking, and the only thing is really a few dialects, you know, changes, you know, what they actually say. So I don't know why there needs to be that. I mean, I've got a few friends in the US. Don't mind me, just the camera there. I've got a few friends in the US who have got World of Warcraft. They're happily playing, and you know, they quite enjoy playing with me. I enjoy playing with them. You know, I like them. We're both enthusiastic about it. But I just don't see why we can't play, because there's a wall there, meaning we have to go on two separate different servers, two separate types of servers, and have to get the other kind of game, which might not work on our, you know, computers. You know, touching on that later. Some might say that there's a problem with the size and maintenance and connection issue, but you've got two lots of, think about it. You've got the American staff for the American servers, the American maintenance, the American connection. Then you've got the European servers, and whatnot. Still, if you think about it, if you take that wall down, you could just combine the power. You get twice the connection power, you get twice the amount of servers, twice the amount of money to pay for all this, combining it, twice the amount of capacity on the servers, considering that they're merged. Everything is doubled because you have the same amount, if not more, staff for both realms, for both continents, and you know, people can just play with each other, you know. It just seems so simple, and I don't know why on earth that they can't just use staff from both places to sort out and focus on, you know, maintaining the game and keep it running, you know, and just have the same power. I don't think there's going to be any difference in the quality of the gameplay or the amount of lag or anything you get. I don't think this is the case for any other MMORPGs. I know for web-based ones like RuneScape it's not a problem. They've got different country servers, although you can just choose, you know, which one to go on there. I know World of Warcraft doesn't quite have the same, you know, the same way, but even so, I just don't see why for English-speaking countries there needs to be that wall. If you can speak English and speak the same basic language, then you should be able to, you know, play together and just, you know, interchange with, you know, everyone. If you can think of a valid reason that there should be these continental dividers, besides anything nationalist I might want to point out, which I just did, if you can provide a good reason that there should be a continental war and keep American, US and Australian servers, you know, completely separate from one another, never allowing, you know, people to interact, then tell me. Anyway, the next thing I want to mention is about how long it takes from games to get to different countries. Now, I'll use Super Smash Bros. Brawl as an example. Everyone in the US knows it's out already and been waiting for that for a long time, although it's still not out in the UK yet. And the main thing is, I can understand why it takes a while for it to get to Japan, to America, because you have to do all the translations and make sure everything's right for those consoles. But I don't understand why on earth are they making it so so certain continent consoles cannot play games from another one. I mean, I mean, they speak English. I mean, it's been out. It's now April. It's now the start of April, and Super Smash Bros. Brawl has been released in the US for nearly a month now. Or yeah, nearly a month. I think it'll be like next week. But either way, it's been out for a good while now. It came out in March, and yet the European still doesn't have it. Now, as far as I'm aware, they don't change the accents or anything. They don't change any units of like pounds to kilograms or whatever. I know nothing about rates, so I don't think they're going to be doing any of that. They're not making any language changes, since we both speak English more or less. Although the way some people speak online, you beg to differ. But either way, I just don't see, why it takes another 2 months. It's supposed to be coming out in May or later. I don't see where it should come, have another 2 months or more for the game to, or even half a year for the game to move across the ocean and be fit for European consoles, or even Australia. Australia that speaks, and New Zealand, Oceania, as far as I'm aware, speaks English. They've probably got consoles, and so why does there have to be that delay to make it valid and change all this encoding to make it suitable for that particular region's console and not work on anything else? If they just had Universal one, they'd be making the same amount of money. They'd be still getting the same amount of products. They'd still be all buying them. I don't think the video games companies would be losing any money at all. And so I just do not understand why it has to take so long for the bloody game to get over here. We've been hyped over Super Smash Bros. Brawl for ages because of how good Melee was. And this is an awesome game with so many upgrades from what I've seen. I'm planning to import it, although I haven't got round to it yet, and if I wait too long I might as well just get it normally. But either way, I just don't get it. It should be in here now. We should be able to play it, and as far as I'm aware, that doesn't have a Continental Divide, but again, if it does, then that would be a bit silly. But either way, I just can see absolutely no reason to make these dividers, and when there's no language changes, I don't see any reason at all to have to, change these, to have to have so long, months apart for releasing the games in here. Again, if you can make a valid reason, then just say so. And of course, this rant has gone on for quite a while, as they normally do. And now for something completely different.